Alright, so this is a kind of a HAL quickie. This is something I just ran across while I was goofing around with this, so I thought I'd show kind of something you want to be conscious of when you're working in HAL. So I have added a little bit of logic so that I disable the drive when the spindle isn't running, but I want the drive to stay on long enough to deaccelerate. So I added a one shot and some OR logic to make it so that when it sees the spindle off command, it actually keeps the enable high for 2 seconds. And I was having some goofy problems, and I'll show you this. I'm gonna run the spindle up here, and I'm triggering the oscilloscope. I'm gonna shut it off. And you see it's not deaccelerating the way it should. Now if you look at HALscope, so this is my one shot out, you see it goes high. But the stumble drive enable goes down for just a second. Well, not a second, like, you know, one cycle. And so you see the spindle enable goes low, and then for a second the stumble drive enable goes low. But my one shot is here, right? So why is that happening? Well, in HAL you have functions that run, like the logic function or the OR function or the motion function. So if I go over here, this is all my functions that are running. It's kind of messy, but I'm messy. So, oops, sorry, I'm not watching what I'm doing. So here are all the functions. And so what I have here is these are the two that I'm playing with right now. This is a logic function, which really all it is a 3-input OR gate. The logic function allows you to set up ORs, ANDs, XORs of different pin length or different pin numbers, and it's really flexible. But I needed a 3-input OR gate. So that's what the logic 0 is, function. And then there's that one shot. So what the problem is that these threads are out of order. So what happens is the logic changes the output, and then the one shot fires and changes its output, and then the next cycle the logic then goes high again because the one shot is high. So it's missing by one cycle, one servo cycle. So all I have to do in this situation is reverse these. I hope you can see this. Now, if I go back, I'm going to close out and restart Linux CNC. And restart it. This is the kind of stuff you want to be conscious of in HAL, that thread orders are important, or function orders are important. I'm going to home this. And now I'm going to bring up HAL scope again. I'm going to do a single trigger, and I'm going to turn the spindle on again. Now, when I shut the spindle off, you can see it deaccelerates. Now, when you look at the logic, the spindle enable for the stumble drive stays high the whole time, and there's no dip there. And this is all because of the order that the logic runs through. I don't know if you could kind of think of it as ladder. You know, things run from top to bottom, left to right. That's kind of, I don't know if that's exactly a good comparison, but it is still something to think about. Motion is really important, that you get the thread order or the function order correct. Otherwise you have following errors or stuff like that. Because Linux CNC is, what is it? Measure react, something. Measure, react, I don't remember. But you want it to measure and then do the calculation and then set the outputs. And I think I said that in another video, or explained it maybe. So it's just something, you know, where you get hung up and you don't understand why something's happening the way it is. Think about your function orders. It's really flexible as far as when things run. You want to make sure that logically the order that the functions run makes sense. So anyway, hope this makes sense, and talk to you guys later.